Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I am Dr. Goat. Today I have behind me here the Mototec 48V 1600Watt, I believe, electric dirt bike that is made for kids. CJ's birthday is coming up in just under a month now, so we bought this because he rode on my Sur Ron with me once. Jordan rode on my Sur Ron with me. They both wanted an electric dirt bike for their birthdays. So this one's CJ's. Jordan will be getting the 36 volt, which I should be getting within a month or so. But that being said, I'm going to unbox this and possibly put it together for you. So without further ado, let's get going. Okay, so before I get doing this, one concern I had, this was ripped, which shouldn't be no big deal, but on the side here, excuse me Lou, you can see some piece of metal is poking through the side of the box, and I can see that it's at least been rubbed on fairly decent. So I'm actually going to take a couple pictures of that with my phone real quick to, in case something's damaged there. We got photo and video evidence. Watch out. Okay, so the piece that was sticking out of the side of the box is the peg, which apparently the zip tie had broke. Okay, that's not a huge deal then. Not sure exactly what we got here, but we'll figure it out. So, yeah, there's the main part of the bike itself. See, I got my hand on the seat there. Rear tire, there's the front tire. Handlebars laying up here. So I'm gonna have to get a couple wrenches, take that apart. Yeah, maybe I can get a wrench down in there and actually take at least the top of this metal frame off. And we got another box right here. So I will be right back. Okay guys, so real quickly, what I did off camera, literally just took the 3 of these, I guess, wire ties off and got the front tire out of there. There was the 2 bolts right here holding it up. Those were a 10 millimeter. These, which I believe are gonna let me, take this whole side off of here. 10 millimeter nut on it, and this Allen wrench is a 5. So I'm gonna go ahead and get those off real quick. Whoops. Sorry guys, I'm spinning everybody. Excuse me, Lou. All right. So, I don't see anything else holding it in on this side. There is this bad boy right here holding it all together. So I'm gonna work on untwisting that, and then we'll rip her out of here, bud. That was holding the whole thing in here. There was a couple other things, but you know what I'm saying. I believe I should be able to pull the bike out of this other side now. All right, there we go. Let's get this frame out of here. All right, so here she is out of that metal little crate, right, Lou? So, I have not seen a video on how to put these together, like on YouTube. Can't be that hard though. You wouldn't think anyways. So, let's see what we can do. So then attached to the rear tire here, we also got your front fender. Let's open these boxes. I'm gonna grab this one first because I'm assuming, I mean, it's already sliding out of the box. Yep. Look at that, Lulu. This is obviously your, what do you want to call it? Your axle for your front tire. Little spacers on it. On this side. Perfect. So, I shall open another box. Well, the other box. Just assuming... That's pretty cool. Your little number plate for up front. Oh, this must just be a little padding for your handlebars. I'm guessing. Anyways. Here's some extra pieces. There's 2 keys. Your other little pieces to hold your handlebars down. A couple caps for some things. I'm not sure what this is. All the wrenches I probably needed. I don't know. Maybe they gave you a wrench to take it apart, maybe not. Owner's manual. You've got this rubber mat, which is a mud flap, as far as I know. Yeah, like I said, wrenches. Here's a cord, which makes me guess that this is probably our battery charger. Yep. Little battery charger right there. Alright, so obviously this isn't necessarily a how-to video on how to put this together, but, you know, because I've never done this before and there's not great instructions, but this big chunky Allen wrench that came with your kit is how you're going to put these 4 longer screws in here. And I just kind of have the handlebars where I think we'll want them right now, and I just tightened them right down. So I'm going to figure out how to get the rest of this front all set up, and I'll let you know how that goes. Okay guys, so I have the tire on here now, and I also have the forks on. The forks, I'm not 100% sure on how high they're supposed to slide up. I feel like it's something like that. They've got a couple little ribs in through them. So I just kind of leveled it off. The first rib, you can kind of feel too when it comes in there. But I got it set at about where that first rib is. Like I say, I'm not sure if that's 100% right or not. And I just kind of tighten these down a little bit. I'm gonna go over, I'll probably put some Loctite on these to make sure that they don't come out. But all I done was this one over here. I found this fork that had the little spots to hook the front brake up to. Put that on the left hand side. and just kind of tried to line it up to where it looked straight. Done the same with the right side. Got the tire up here. Took this axle, which is essentially just a long bolt, and it had these two spacers on it. So what I done was started the axle in to about here, brought the front tire up in here, holding this spacer there, got it in there, got the axle pushed through to this side, slipped that spacer in right there, and was able to get it through. Tightened this. Once again, I may put some Loctite on that just to make sure that doesn't come loose, because that would not be fun. Also, I don't think I mentioned, but when I got my Sur Ron Light BX, it came with this big cardboard piece in the bike. I can't remember what exactly it was doing on it, but I remember on the videos that I watched on people putting the bikes together, they used this as like a dirt bike stand. So lucky for me, I held on to that, and it's actually working out beautifully for me to be able to set the bike up on and, you know, be able to work on. Otherwise, I'd be trying to hold the front end up here while I put the forks in and then keep it lifted. So yeah, if you have something that you can set the bike on that's about 1.5 feet or so tall, it works out great. Yeah, I was able to tighten these with wrenches that came with it. I'm sure this little one here will fit the, yeah, fits that. So I'll get the front brake on, and then the rear shock here and spring. You can't really see it right now, but it's, yeah, it's tucked up in there. That's just got to come down and be bolted up right here. They had it tucked up in there just to make their packaging smaller. So, okay guys, so yeah, I got the front brakes on. I believe I already said that. I was just getting ready to put the rear shock on here, and notice I need a pretty good size bolt to do that, and there is no bolt that size. I will say, when I opened the box, I was confused as to why there was this bigger nut just laying in there. But this sure looks like it's probably about the right size to where, yeah, there should have been a good size bolt going to that. That being said, though, they do, in their little manual here, they do have a list of parts here, and it does say D, which is our bolt that we need, is an M10 1.5 40. So I'm gonna have to go to Tractor Supply to get that bolt, but that being said, I might as well get the fender on, get your little plastic number plate on, and but anyways, yeah, that kind of sucks. Okay guys, so here it is. Those last few pieces were super simple. Obviously this little piece, you know, this is just a Velcro cover and a little rubber pad that just slips over there. This, you had to take out these two bolts. They were already in, you know, this part of the bike. You had to take those out, slip them through there. And this has two bottom notches, as you might be able to see, yeah, right in there, the slip in the fender. So you got to put the fender on first, which all that is, yeah, you can't see, but there's literally just 3 bolts you got to put in up there that come in your hardware kit. So that, I believe, is literally everything besides bolting up the rear shock. Besides that, and it did come with a couple fuses. I still got to put one in right there. Yeah, so I'm gonna go get that bolt for the rear shock. The other thing I want to do is zip tie this front brake up somewhere, maybe on the fork here or something, just to keep it from wiggling all around like that. Other than that, oh yeah, the other thing, there was 2 little bolts left in my bolt bag there, and these 2 bars for your plastics here were just kind of hanging there, and there's 2 little holes right there that you put those bolts into. So really, this bike went together fairly easily. But yeah, like I say, I'm gonna go grab that bolt. We'll get the rear shock bolted up. I'll put a fuse in, and we'll see if she's charged at all. Otherwise, I'll be plugging her in. It's getting dark out, getting darker in my house too. I just got back from Tractor Supply. I don't remember if I showed you that little nut. Yeah, I did. That nut that was just kind of laying in the box. Well, I got the bolt that it was saying I needed, which was an M10 1.25 40. And I was trying that nut on it in the store, and it didn't seem right. So I just got another lock nut from Tractor Supply. So right here it is, which you can hardly even see it, but lock nut on here. Got that tightened right up. And of course you cannot see, but I put that rubber mud flap on there, and there was already 2 bolts up top here right under the seat that you take off and put the top of that mud flap up in there. So Lulu, if you could move, or just sit down, I guess. But yeah, there's the mud flap sitting there, which I'm assuming that's really just to kind of protect the motor and battery from getting too much mud around it. But anyways, literally everything's on here. Oh, that's the other thing I forgot to add. When I was getting ready to leave, I was like, what the heck is this thing up here? Yeah, come to find out, hey, that's where you're supposed to run your front brake line. So here I was gonna put a zip tie around the fork, but yeah, let's set that on there. So as far as I know, everything's ready, right, Lulu? Right, Toto? Tom ain't too worried about it. He won't be happy once I get it going. But anyways, I just need to put one of these fuses in. I'll put the key in, and we'll see if there's any power to it. Key goes in here, which is kind of awkward, but hey, look at that. Full charge. Woo! She rips, brother. Okay, so yes, sir. She's all together. Actually came with a full battery, as you can see there. I don't know what the on and off is. Oh, okay. So if you have that button pushed in, throttle doesn't do anything. Push it again. All right. Anyways, guys, once again, that's gonna conclude my video on unboxing and kind of putting together the Mototec 48V 1600Watt DirtBike, electric dirt bike. So this thing already sounds like a little ripper. I really think CJ's gonna have some fun on it. And yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to get the Sur Ron out there and ride with him on his birthday. So I think it's gonna be a blast. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to give me a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. Drop a comment down below if you have any questions or, you know, anything I can help you out with on these bikes. And as always, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.